Hey there, night wanderers. Welcome to the Sleepless History Lab, where we study the past from the quiet side of night. Chapter 1. The night was not created to be slept through. The oldest civilizations did not treat night as the end of the day. They treated night as a separate world, a different dimension, a different consciousness. The sky was a boundary, not a clock. The ancient world believed when the sun disappears, the world becomes honest. Noise disappears. Status disappears. Performance disappears. And a human finally meets himself. Night is the only environment where the mind hears its voice clearly. You think you are awake right now, but in the ancient worldview, you are actually entering the most real state. Daytime is the lie. Nighttime is the truth. And the world has been trying to reverse this for the last 4,000 years. Chapter 2. Humans were never designed to be synchronized with each other. We were designed to be synchronized with the sky. Sleep was not internal. Sleep was relational. Ancient astronomers did not measure time to control people. They measured time to negotiate with darkness. The calendar was not a tool to force a schedule. It was a language to talk to the universe. The primary mistake of modern civilization is simple. We replaced the sky with the clock, and once time became mechanical, sleep became mechanical. That was the moment when humanity stopped resting and started scheduling unconsciousness. Chapter 3. The first clocks were not invented for convenience. They were invented for obedience. Timekeeping was never neutral. Timekeeping was political. When the church rang the bell,
you worked. When the factory rang the bell, you obeyed. And one day, the bell moved inside your head. You no longer needed to be commanded. You became self-regulated. Modern insomnia is not the absence of sleep. Modern insomnia is the presence of an internal supervisor. You are awake because you were trained to watch yourself.
Chapter 4. The night used to be silent, not quiet, silent. Silence was normal. The natural world does not produce a continuous signal. But human civilization started producing noise that never ended. We call it information. You are not tired because you think too much. You are tired because you think without stopping. The mind was not built for persistent input. The brain evolved in cycles of stimulation and void. We removed the void. Now we exist in signal only. And the mind cannot rest in a permanent signal. Chapter 5. There is a reason you think clearer at night. It is not mystical, it is structural. When the world sleeps, you exit the social game. There is no contest, no comparison, no expectation, no witness. You are not performing for any external observer. And the brain finally shifts from defensive cognition to reflective cognition. It is not that night is special, it is that daytime is an attack. Chapter 6. Productivity culture did not teach you to work. Productivity culture taught you to fear rest. You do not avoid sleep because you are busy. You avoid sleep because you think sleep is the moment you stop proving your value. This is how deep the training goes. You do not want to be awake. You do not want to be asleep. You want to be useful. And the only time you are not useful is when you disappear into unconsciousness. That is why you delay sleep, not because you love the night, but because you electricity arrived, night was defeated. Night was no longer a border. Night was a resource. Humans used light to colonize darkness. We inverted the rhythm of the planet. Instead of night shaping human behavior began shaping night. This was the first moment where night became artificial and the human nervous system never recovered from that transition. Chapter 8. Late night markets, late night trains, late night factories. They all pointed to one truth. Humans discovered that the night was not empty time. The night was unused time, and capital will always consume every empty space. Night shifted identity from sacred to expendable. When a culture treats night as disposable, the human mind becomes disposable too. What you are feeling right now, this strange floating sensation, is not a personal failure. It is the side effect of an economic architecture. Chapter 9. The internet finished what the factory started. For the first time in human history, your mind is not only awake at night, it is connected at night. You are not alone in your insomnia. You are synchronized with millions of tired minds that cannot log off. Every notification, every feed refresh, every new piece of content is not information. It is a request for more consciousness. The world does not want you asleep. It wants you available. Chapter 10. Modern culture reframed sleep as an optimization variable. You are told to track sleep to improve your waking output. Even rest has become work. When sleep becomes part of performance, sleep is no longer rest. Sleep is just more labor. And This is how subtle the trap is. The moment you start trying to sleep for productivity, you have already lost the purpose of sleep.
Chapter 11. The first truly 24-hour society was not New York, not Tokyo, not London. It was the industrial city. Once factories were powered by machinery, the clock became the ruler, not the sun. Time became mechanical. This was the moment humans are officially detached from natural rhythm. Workers slept according to the shift schedule. The machine decided when a human could rest. This was the first era where being awake at night was not spiritual, it was economic. Sleep became a variable. The night became infrastructure. And from that moment forward, productivity became more important than biology. Chapter 12. Every hour you stay awake after your body wants to sleep has a cost. The cost is subtle. It removes tomorrow 1 millimeter at a time. Humans do not crash all at once. Humans erode. Modern life creates millions of unanchored minds. People not fully here, not fully present, not fully themselves. You do not lose years from one bad decision. You lose years from 1,000 tiny sacrifices you don't even remember making. But you can take yourself back, not by forcing sleep, but simply by ending the day. Tonight does not need to bleed into tomorrow. You are allowed to stop. Darkness is not the enemy. Darkness is the return point, and you are allowed to return.
You've been listening to the Sleepless History Lab. Stories from the past for sleepless minds. If this story kept you company tonight, you can leave a light, subscribe, share, or save for later. It helps the lab stay awake a little longer. Good night, wherever you are.